Welcome to a training video of the warning letters screen in PayPak Professional 4.0. This screen is used to generate warning letters for employees. So let's log in and show you how it works. The warning letters screen is found under the report section of the menu under standard reports. So here it is. Let's double click on it, and here is the screen. Let's start with a look at the layout of the screen, then I will show you how it works. You have at the top left the date of the warning letter, and you can select a date from the calendar or type in the date. We have a list of templates, and there are two templates which have been added. You can add more. There is a top text, which is the text which appears at the top of the letter, and then there's a bottom text, which is the text that appears at the bottom of the letter. To the right, there are a number of options. You have the letter top gap in inches, the letter bottom gap in inches, the option to show the company name, to show the employee address, to show the employee department, to show the log entry unit, and to show the log entry comments. There's also the sender name and the sender title. At top right, there's a total number of employees who've been selected for warning letters. The main part of the screen has a grid which will just have the ID and the name of the employees to whom the warning letters are being sent. At the bottom of the screen, there are a few buttons. The Add button is to add new employees to this list. The Print button is to print the letters. New button clears the screen. The Templates is to add new warning letter templates or modify existing warning letter templates. The Video button will open your browser and display this current training video, and the Exit button closes the screen. In order to create a warning letter, you first need warning letter templates. And if we click on the button here, we have the warning letter template screen, and there is one template and there's another. One is the warning letter, the second is the termination letter, because in many organizations you can have a first warning letter, a second warning letter, maybe a third warning letter. There can be various different types of warnings which you wish to have. So this one called the warning letter, the top text says, "You are hereby warned that you have been arriving to work late on numerous occasions. This is causing problems with project scheduling. Please see the chart below." And the bottom text says, "Additional warnings may result in your suspension without pay or termination of service." It has the sender name, Jerry Jones, and the sender title as manager. And there are options here. The letterhead top gap 2 inches, letterhead bottom gap 1 inch, and it has the options here turned on, which are the same options you would have seen in the warning letters screen. The second template is similar information, and you can create as many templates as you wish. So once that's done, you have your template set out, you would select the template from this drop-down list here. So let's go with the warning letter, not the termination. Let's go with the warning letter. You select the template, and the options which you saw before from the template screen appear, which give you the option of editing the text or editing any of the options, or maybe changing the name if it's not Jerry Jones, if it's someone else who's sending out this warning letter, whatever the case may be. So there's your template. The next option is to add employees. So we click on the add button, and now we can pick the persons who will receive a warning letter. Now at the top of the screen there's an option to use the employee log. The employee log could be used to check for employees who have been late or absent or had complaints or whatever for X number of times over a specific period. So if I wanted to check in the course of, let's say, I'm not familiar with the employee log in this database, but let's say the 1st of January 2020, and let's go down to the 31st of December 2020. In real life this will probably be more up to date than the dates I'm using here. Let me click on the display button, and nothing comes up. It's asking for people who have been absent for 3 days or more. Let's try 20. Let's try the current date here because I'm not sure. Let's use the current date here. 27th. Oh, there's no others in there. Oh yes, here they are. There's some of them. In this case, we've selected certain log entries, okay, and log entry types, certain log types. There's a maternity log one here. I don't know if you'd want to be selecting that for someone for warning letter, but you would choose the particular type. Let's say we're looking at people who are absent, had complaints, they were late, not the maternity one. There's a pay cut. There is, let's pull this down a bit, see it a little better. Vacation, no. Suspension. So anyone who's had 3 absent days. Now this combined total, what that means is that they've had 3 absent days in that period of time, as opposed to 3 continuous days, one after the other. So let's go with the ones we have there. You can put the range, you can say or more, 3 or more, and if you say or more, it can be up to a particular maximum. So let's do a display, and it will show the employees who's qualified based on the employee log records. So Erica Hill, she's had absent. She's absent on the 19th of April, the 20th of April, the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd. That's a total of 5 times absent. She's also had a complaint on the 20th. There's 1 incident of that. Ann Lowe, she's been late 6 times. Rosalind O'Brien, 2 complaints, 2 lates. She was late for 15 minutes on this occasion here. Michael Smith, he's late once for 15 minutes. And Mark Taylor, he's been late once, 22 minutes, and absent 3 times. Now let's say the employees selected here have been late for a minute or more. Let's say we want to change that one to maybe anyone who's late for more than 10 minutes, and we do a display again. Right, and we've got 4 employees now. I think there were a few more the first time. So these are the ones that we're going to go with. These are the ones who are problematic. And if you were to click on the add button for the ones that you've selected, because you have a choice of maybe turning off someone. Like this person's late once for 15 minutes, so you'll say, well, maybe, well, you know, let's not bother. It was only once, so let's just exclude him. Exclude Michael Smith this time. But the others are perpetual offenders. Yeah, man. So let's add them, and they will be added to the warning list. Now, if we click the print button, we then preview, and these are the warning letters. And it takes a format like this. You've got the name of the company would appear here. It says PayPak Professional Demo. Your company name would appear there. Warning letter. Now, if you're printing this on a company logo, you could suppress this as well, because the company logo would have the company's company letterhead. The company letterhead will have the company's name and logo. You've got the date. You've got the employee's name and address. This is the department they're in this particular case. This is the warning text. This is a list of the infringements. And this is the bottom text, and it's got a line for the manager to sign. So these are the 3 warning letters just generated based on the employee log records. Now, if we close this and go back, let's go to the add button again. It says it will remove this existing selected employees. Are you sure you want to start over? Yes, we do, because this time we do not want to use the employee log. And when you are not using the employee log, you have a list of the employees, and you choose the employees who you wish to send the letter to. And you can choose by employees. These are all the employees. There are 44 employees in total. I can choose by category, so I can pick the cooks, and there are 10 cooks for me to select from. I could pick by department. I can choose either Oistins with 24 employees or Wotton with 20 employees. I can pick from that list. I could also select by payroll set. So if I have my weekly payroll for Oistins, I can pick the people from that weekly payroll set, or I can choose the weekly payroll for Wotton. So let's go with the category, and I'll choose the cooks. I'm going to pick 3 of these. That's 3 at random, and I'll just add them. And again, they're added just as before. And I could now change this text. Now there's no chart now, because it's not coming from the employee log as you would have seen before. And I could now click the print button and preview this, and this is the warning letter to the employee, and there's the reasons and the notation, and you sign again on the warning letter as before. So there you have it. You have the options here that you can turn on or off the company name, to show the employee department, to show the employee address, whatever suits your fancy. You can also print, preview this, and you could export it to Microsoft Office as a Word document, or even use OpenOffice Writer, and then you'd be able to edit the text of the warning letters. You may wish to have a modification to some of them, put in your own words, adding other information, customize it, and that's quite easily done by exporting it. So there you go. That is your demo on warning letters in PayPak Professional 4.0. Thank you as always for the time you spent, and do look out for the next training video Until then, goodbye and take care.